Alright, response video. I never do say it that way. To this guy. Yeah, Mystic. I don't really like what he did with this. Controller of the universe, Gary Inmendham. I don't think you have to go that far. I'm just arguing that Earthlings are in control of Earth, let's say. No, that's more like the statement I'm making. We are in control. It's there for the grabbing. Alright, so the first part of his video, he's niggling, as he would say, I think. I think it's a niggle. About the fact that his original analogy of the DVD was really just to point out that it's all inevitable, blah, 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 blah. So a bigger, better universe makes little universes, makes DVDs of the little universe, and just has, because it knows everything that's going to happen, it just makes the thing that just, it's like a DVD, it's like a movie. It makes the movie, and it just pops the movie out, and the whole movie happens, and everybody reads their scripts, and blah, 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 blah. My argument is well, let's make the analogy a little closer to our reality, which is we're actually participating as this thing, where maybe we're the participants on the DVD, it doesn't really matter. Point is we can critique, because we can see things as they're happening. We can play the DVD in sequence and say, ooh, that was a bad sequence, oh, that was a shitty sequence, oh, that sequence actually sucked. Look at that scene, that actor sucked. We can point out the bad apples, the good apples, the things that worked, the things that didn't work. We're critiquing. So that's what we're doing on the DVD, because we're actually seeing what's on our own DVD. We can see the shit coming. We can see the shit heading for the fan. We can see it, and we can talk about it, and that's going to be part of our movie, our DVD. That's part of what we're doing here. We're not reading some movie script pre-written in a sense. I not mean, okay, I was using two analogies. Clearly we're reading a script created by the past. We're a wave, we're frequencies, we're sounds, whatever we are. We're echoes of the past. That's all. I'm just an echo. You know, a bunch of vibrations that have bounced off lots of things and inside my own head, and now it makes a sound pops out. And it's, 100 years in the making, whatever, doesn't matter. 1,000 years in the making, 1,000,000,000 years in the making, doesn't matter. But the point, I just think an analogy ought to deal with the fact that there is this thing called the past, the future, and the present. And let's make the analogy closer to home, in the sense that we're like playing the DVD, even. And as we're playing it, we can see tendencies, because that's what our brains are capable of doing. So let's not deny what our function is in this DVD game. Our function is we're players. We're not doing something separate from actually thinking about DVD making. That's actually what we're thinking about. Especially as determinists, you're incredibly aware of the fact that we're DVD making. It just kind of screams at you, hey, I'm doing this thing, and it's inevitable. Will I be inevitably stupid? That doesn't sound like a good idea. So, I mean, it gives you incredible distraction. It imposes on you the distraction of, what, you mean I was inevitably stupid? I even knew I was stupid while I was being stupid? Holy shit. That's fucked up. Man, they should have never let that on the DVD. Something like that. So, I mean, there's no reason to deny what's happening. And the present is happening. And the future's ahead, and the past is behind. And these are real things. The waves really do kind of crash into the present. And then crest again into the future, or however you want to look at it. But there's a vent. There's not just DVD. It's too distant from the experience to just say it's all on the DVD. Let's not even talk about it, because all you kind of are. I mean, all I'm distracted by is the fact that you do need to talk about it. I can see the brick wall coming. I'm not going to talk about it. That would be ludicrous. Oh yeah, just let it happen. What do I care? Brick wall. Doesn't sound all that bad. No, 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 no. So, yeah. So I attempted to modify your analogy, but the truth is, I conceded right in the video. I said, "Look, I know, it's already written. I don't care." I said that. I said, "Yeah, okay, okay, okay. It's already written. Doesn't matter. It's not relevant. We're talking about what it's like, okay, to be on the DVD and capable of seeing where what's getting written into the future. That's what our brains do. That's what these actors do. That's the script they read, is, can I see what's being written in the future? That's what we are. We're like prairie dogs. The DVD has us on the DVD putting our heads up saying, what the fuck's going on? So let's not deny that conversation. And then let's not deny that there's these idiots who are sitting there burying their ostrich heads in the dirt and putting their virtual fake reality Hopi virtual reality show on, and they're just going bah 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 bah, and they're not paying any fucking attention at all, like Piro. Practical, what's that? So, you know, I've analogized it as a snowball. He used a wave. I've used a snowball. Doesn't, you know, however you want to describe this thing, but I thought of another way of saying it. Okay, say we're on a ski slope, right? And so it's wide open down the middle. You just go down the middle, really simple, no problems. And then there's a bunch of trees on the side, and we're on a toboggan, and it's a 7 billion people toboggan or whatever, and all that you're really trying to do is not hit the trees, to have fun, have a good ride. And it seems like there's just a bunch of these idiots that keep leaning the toboggan into the trees, and you keep fighting against them. And that's this thing that's going on here. And all you're really doing is saying, well, at least I wasn't part of the idiocracy. I mean, I wasn't one of those idiots leaning into the trees. At minimum, I'm just trying to save my own dignity in this horror film I've been cast into. And I'm just trying to say, it's not my fault, you fucking dumb cunts. I wasn't stupid enough to keep leaning into the trees. That's why the movie sucks. It's a horror film. You assholes made it that way because you had a clear sailing straight ahead to good times, and you just said, let's fuck it up. Let's be stupid. Let's invest in gods and fairies and hopes. And Mother Nature is lovely, and she loves you, and she'll care for you, except she'll throw you in the dirt and starve you to death. Fuck you, cunts. So that's the analogy I would use, is the DVD is a movie about a horror film about stupid psychotic lunatics who keep leaning into trees, chasing absolute bullshit. I mean, stuff that is insipidly stupid. Jehovah, and I'm going to the pearly heaven gates with the emeralds and the rubies surrounding the lovely cloud gold. That's all there is as a description, by the way, where I don't remember anybody that I ever encountered, and I don't even remember who my wife was or my lover or anything. I'm just blah 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 blah. Fuck that crap. So that's what this conversation's about, is that no, we're sitting here on the toboggan watching this fucking train wreck, and I didn't sign a contract to be in no fucking horror film. And so I'm going to say, hey, unless you assholes want to be known as, you know, Freddy Krueger or something, a bunch of child-killing, child-molesting motherfucking cunts, you gotta quit leaning into trees, jackass. You gotta have better shit come out of your goddamn mouths. You gotta say, lean the other way. Yeah, you gotta get your right and your left right. You gotta get your directions right. You gotta take off your little virtual happy pretend fucking goddamn mask and look at the real world now and then and see where it's headed, you stupid cunts. So that's my contextualization. implied here. Because I don't see any point in just talking about the fact that determinism means the DVD's already written. Because determinism is happening right now. We're doing it right now. And it's preposterous to just sit there and talk about how we just did it. When, no, we didn't do it. The assholes did it. People saw the assholes doing it. They told the assholes they were assholes, and the stupid fucking assholes were still assholes. And I just want to make sure that part of the DVD is played. I'm playing it now. Fuck that bullshit of, yeah, let's just file the DVD and just pretend it all doesn't matter. No, it does matter. We know it matters. People can see that it matters, and they shouldn't be slandered as being one of the assholes who couldn't figure out the mattering part. It might be a slight against you, Pajama Boy. Anyway, so I'll play now some... I haven't played this yet, so I just figured... I played this part where he gripes that I'm cheating on his DVD analogy. Fine. I'll just again argue that I stated right in the video... Okay, I concede, it's already written. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying that part doesn't matter. Because the conversation is about what we can see right now. The conversation is about being alive. And doing this part. Having a passion and seeing and talking and being. That's what the conversation is about. What it's about to be alive. Not what it's about to be a dead thing written on a DVD. Shit. Determinism is happening. So again, and I still say your analogy has nothing to do with the reality, because the reality does have a past, a present, and a future. So you have to at least concede we're playing the DVD.
Inevitable that you would be logical, see the tick and take it off.
Yeah, so I made this analogy to the fact that we can describe what's on the DVD. We can describe the fact that human beings tend to do these, logical things. They see something, they recognize it, they do this, this, and this. And what we're having a conversation about is that the most important thing nobody's seeing is that if you just go straight down the fucking goddamn path, there's no trees.
Actually have to do something about it, or the dick bites me and I get Lyme disease, for fuck's sake. It's inevitable that you have to be smart, that you have to have smart conversations, that you have to kick each other in the ass. These are all parts of what a good future requires.
There, so that's what I'm basically saying. Look, if this movie's not going to suck, the only way it's not going to suck is somehow the smart people have to keep badgering the dumb people to quit being dumb. The people leaning the wrong way have to get smacked by the people who know which way we're supposed to be fucking leaning. That's the only way this can be a good movie. It's not going to be a good movie if the smart people sit around and say, gee, I have other interests. I don't really get it. I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't want to be offensive. I don't know. If they keep doing that bullshit, oh, I think everybody should have a right to be an asshole. Yeah, sure. Rights, I love rights. Rights. Free. Oh, free is wonderful. Oh, I love free. Free. Ooh, I could spread on bread all day long and just eat that free. No, they got to do something besides that. They have to be rational enough to say, oh, wait a minute, we're making a horror film. Oh, shit, that's not a good idea. Let's not make a horror film, everybody. No. Let's make one of those lovely Disney movies. Maybe a little bit of tragedy like Old Yeller or something, but just this totally, oh, love, feel good. Let's make one of those movies. Let's not do this stupid Freddy child molesting killings horror shit thing. No, let's not have a bunch of anal centipede shit in this movie. No. Let's make a good movie. That's what smart people have to say. Instead of sitting around going glib, 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 they have to fucking say to the dumb people, you're dumb cunts. You gotta stop leaning the wrong way, motherfuckers. They gotta say to the filthy fucking rich, you're disgusting scumbags. Will you fucking grow a brain, you wasteful cunts? We're on a boat that's sinking and you're sitting there fucking eating the wood, you dumbasses. Fuck you, you suck. That's what people have to say to these cunts. They can't be, oh, I think you're so, oh, gee, that gold-plated sunglasses are so fucking cool. No, they can't do that shit. Or it's a shitty movie.
These are all parts of what a good future requires. Notice the bit of perfectly human strain.
No, there's no strain. The fact is that that's what's happening, okay? Again, you can do this crap that it's already dictated that we're stupid because the DVD was written. No, what I'm saying is if the DVD is a good movie, it's a good movie because people like me, okay, stood up and said, you're doing it wrong. Somebody said, you're heading for the brick wall. Somebody said, there's a tick on your fucking foot. That's, if it's going to be a good movie, it's going to be because somebody made it a good movie. Not because everybody sat back and said, it's not my fucking job. That's all I'm saying. And clearly you assholes are just hell-bent on making a bad movie. You're just saying, I don't give a fuck what the movie is. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for making a bad movie, fucker.
Going on here.
How is that not true? We're seeing it happen. We can see bad DVD being created. We can see bad writing being put on the disc. Ominous clouds. Scary noises, ugly, Trumpy faces. We can see the shit happening.
Yeah, okay, so we can see the shit happening.
I don't know how the fuck he's gonna weave his way out of this. How do you weave your way out of that simple truth? We're sitting here on the DVD, okay, as a written bit, whatever. I know that my logic works. Yes, I see the big pile of poo. We're driving right into it, right? And I rationally say we're heading for a big pile of poo. Now, how have I done something wrong?
Etc., etc., etc. Thank you, Gary. In fact, no, I'll have a conversation with Gary now. I'll play all the parts. So,
I bet you'll do a shitty job.
you're saying that we can see that the future is looking bleak. And okay. So
Yes, it looks like a really bad movie. It looks like tree, 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 tree. You never get down the fucking slope. You just keep crashing into fucking trees until everybody's got splinters of wood in their heads and there's blood everywhere and everybody's fucking goddamn dead in a horrible manner. Yes, that's what it looks like. Stupid movie. Stupider and stupider.
say to him, so?
Glib. Glib, 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 glib. I'm not intelligent enough to figure out that I'm on the DVD and I'm one of the assholes sitting there just saying, lean the wrong way, what do I care?
So, what I think he'd first say is, it's people like fucking you.
There you go, you got it right, that's right, you are the scum, because you had enough brains to figure out that, gee, it doesn't take that much work for me to say, hey, quit leaning the wrong way, asshole. Did that take that much work? No, that was fucking easy as shit. You're fucking leaning the wrong way, you fucking smelly cunt. That didn't take any work at all. It's so fucking easy. What's so fucking hard? Rich people suck. Gee, that isn't hard. Kick one in the ass whenever you have the opportunity. If you can put your boot up one of their fucking anuses, okay, without going to jail, do it.
telling people that they don't have to do anything about things, that is turning the world to shit, and people like Trump are getting elected. And I go, yeah, okay. So what's for the best then?
Yeah, what's for the best is that you need some way. Somebody's got to put a boot in your ass and say, hey, wake up. We're on the fucking goddamn toboggan, jackass. Yeah, we're not in some synthetic universe. We're not on some DVD somewhere. Nope, you're making it right now, jackass. And you're seeing they're not paying any fucking attention.
You've got to have these conversations. I'll slightly overdo this. You need people like me. This is Gary speaking. You need people like me to be able to have the vision to see that the world is turning to shit, and to have the...
Yeah, having one of them won't work. So if you're waiting for me to fix the universe, that can't happen. Me isn't going to be able to lean all enough. I'm not heavy enough to fix where the toboggan's going. Some of you other assholes have to do some leaning, and they have to do some pulling on the other assholes. Yeah, it's got to be some kind of team effort. That's the problem. But you're not team players. You're selfish cunts.
Logical...
I mean, you can't even say something like, God damn it, you're a fucking asshole. You can't even do that.
There's a posh word, apicuity.
Yeah, let's fuck all the posh words too. When we throw the rich overboard with the big giant anchor tied to them, let's take all the fucking posh words too, okay, and just spill them overboard too. Because they just make smells.
To be smart enough and to have enough get up and go to make videos and point it out to people. See?
Well, I know, and it doesn't take barely any get up and go. You're doing it in your pajamas, for fuck's sake. It's easy. It doesn't take hardly any work at all. What's so big a deal?
And here we go. Well done, Gary. Super. Can't argue with that. Very good. Very good.
Well, you're arguing with it, because you're basically saying, knock yourself out. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to throw in my 10 cents. 10 fucking cents. Well, maybe this was your 10 cents. Okay, so yeah, you paid 10 cents. Okay, got it. All right. I'll give credit where credit's due. Mystic contributed 10 cents to the cause. Thanks.
So, how can we say this? Because this is all getting down to the very fine point that Gary misses all the time.
No, I'm not missing it. I can see it in the video. Yes, you will inevitably be an asshole, apparently, and no matter what I say, I think I could have said it better. Frankly, that is my bad, because I probably, like I said, I could have sprinkled a bunch of posh words on it, and a bunch of little English mannerisms, and some poofter-doofter, and then maybe I could have manipulated your little brain, and you would have said, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I could have been motivated, and I now am motivated, because now I do recognize that shidiocracy is going to have a bunch of brains just like my own living in it again. I don't want to live there. I don't want to live in shidiocracy.
So what can you say?
I don't want to keep crashing into trees. I don't want to be sitting on toboggans crashing into trees forever. I don't want to do that and watching it and knowing it, seeing it happen. And like, oh, the blood and the heart. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep watching my father die, to use an analogy.
What does he think will happen if people like him don't point out that bad things are happening?
The argument is that we do know from the past is that it always there's instrumental individuals. We know there's instrumental groups, mobs even, that show up and do the instrumental thing at the right time. The right army shows up, fights the right war, all that kind of shit. That's how good wins. All the little all the people had to go to World War II. Nasty business, that war. Nasty, nasty, nasty. And they had to eat all that shit and endure all that shit and get, you know, all the fucking waste, all the horror. Arms, legs blown off, all kinds of shit. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be a lot better if we could do that with words ahead of time? Damn.
Well, bad things will happen then. You can see what we're balancing on here all the time is what is inevitable and what is not.
No, it's not really the argument. So I think that's a fake duality. The argument is it's all inevitable. What I'm arguing is I think it's insane that people who have intelligence are behaving so badly. It's just amazing that smart people can sit there and say, I just couldn't care less whether it's Freddy's Nightmare or Old Yeller. That's what's amazing.
Basically, the whole idea of the DVD is that everything is inevitable. It is inevitable what's going on.
Right, it's inevitable that you're going to be this glib douchebag. Okay, got it. I'm just saying. It's inevitable that I'm going to find that incredibly disappointing and frustrating and irritating. And that I'm going to end up feeling some guilt for it because I'm going to say, how could I not be able to communicate with people that are supposed to be smart? Damn.
Now, so, should we do Trump or the World War II? Trump. So, I go say, so, what? So, for the world to be good, Gary thinks that he has to get on the internet and shout at people.
I don't care whether I shout or I do some other thing. Like I said, I could be a cookie maker. There's lots of ways people can use their influence. This happens to be the one that comes out of my wallet the easiest, okay? I mean, this is how my charity is or whatever. Maybe it's rags, maybe it's crap. But whatever, this is how I function the most efficiently, is just get to it already.
Or it's going to turn to shit, basically.
Or it's a shitty movie. It's not like it's turning to shit. It's just going to be shit on that's the movie. The movie's going to be called Shit. That's the DVD. Shit. Unless the good guys win.
So I can say, well, how do you think it's inevitably going to be? Because that's what determinism is all about. And you talk about inevitable. You've just used the word 3 times.
You're right. Why would I think it's inevitable that nobody could figure out that there's this clear path where you first do no harm, where you minimize the risk, you minimize the aggressiveness, you slow everything down. Let's take a little slow ride because we're tree hitters. You know, I'm arguing that path is quite visibly obtainable, the minimum. Maybe it won't be a great ride, but it'll be not a horrible one. That's what I'm saying. Yes, that seems obtainable. Yes, maybe the great ride. Well, that won't happen because human beings aren't capable of making the perfect death, so to speak. You know, they might give you morphine or something like that, but they're not going to make it a cinematic experience. You know, they're just not creative enough and smart enough to say, yeah, let's make death the best experience of your life. That's they're way too stupid to figure out that that would be a good thing. So yeah, I don't have high expectations, but I'm saying yes, the minimum of not crashing into trees every 15 minutes, yes, that should be obtainable.
How do you think it's inevitably going to be? And then, if he's being in a good mood, he'd say, well, I don't know how the future is going to be, but I know that it certainly will be bad if people like you that tell people that they can stay in bed and not do anything, it'll certainly make the world bad. the only way of making the world good is for people like me to get off their...
It's right. We got to make a mob. That's right. There needs to be a mob. There needs to be an army. There needs to be something that can stop the tree attractors. The idiocracy. The smartocracy has to defeat the idiocracy. And if the smartocracy is too distracted by all their little personal interests, and well, I'm invested in my own little life and my feelings, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, well, if you're going to wait to feel like it, well, then forget it. That's right. Never going to happen. Because, yeah, war is hell.
Asses and their couches, and to make YouTube videos and point out in a logical way how fucked up everything is.
Yes, now what the fuck is wrong with that? What the hell? How is that such a damn fucking burden for you?
That's the only way things are going to happen. And why do I know this? Because I can see this in the entire past. Nothing happens unless people like me get off their asses and tell people that they're a bunch of cunts. Okay, so is the future inevitable or not?
Yes, it's inevitable. You inevitably have the conversation. Like I said, these conversations are one of the most interesting things written on the DVD. The fact that somebody stood up and said, "We're going the wrong way." That's one of the most interesting scenes in the whole movie, for fuck's sake. Yes, this is all inevitable. We have to inevitably be irritated by bad things. That's right. That's the only way it works that it's a good movie, is you have to be irritated by hitting trees. Shit. Yes.
That's me talking to Gary. Is the future inevitable or not?
Yes, it's inevitable. I don't know why you can't see that, well, there's going to be a different movie if everybody's glib and just says, let the idiots run the show. Or the movie's going to be completely different if the smart people say, fuck the idiots. Let's drive the fucking toboggan. Let's us do it. Fuck them. They're idiots. Don't let them drive. Yeah, that's cool. I sometimes like hum music, but I don't usually dance without music. Well, maybe. I don't know.
He wants to say, it depends. But he knows that I'm onto him, so he can't say that.
I don't need to say that. I don't, I have, look, you know, this is a tricky semantic argument. Okay, I'll concede. Because we have to come up with these analogies of the fact that everything I'm doing is built out of everything in the past. It's a culmination of perceptions and experiences and realizations and conversations and all of that. But the fact is, it happens. It's actively happening. And it's just a simple truth that we can know that the world does turn on coherency. That there is a certain logic built into it. And that these tendencies to pull the tick off, to not hit trees if you can not hit trees. It's just sensible. That probably didn't help.
He wants to say if, but then he'll use it in the past, like, if the people that didn't get out of their beds to fight World War II, it would have been lost. Yeah, thanks, Gary. That's good.
Yes, if somebody had told my mother, you're being an idiot, you don't know how to raise kids, you don't know nothing about creating human beings and molding them into the future. Right? Is there any sign the human race is going anywhere? Somebody could have had that conversation with my parents and I wouldn't be here. Then the problem would have been solved for me. No problem. I'm just saying that's obvious. We can see it in hindsight. Why can't we apply it in present sight? We can see it in hindsight. We can see it happened in the past where those events did work, why can't we say, well, they would also work now in the present?
Yeah, we note that. Fine. Is the future inevitable or not?
Yes, it's inevitable, but it seems to me almost like you're the one saying, you know what the future is. You know that it's futile and you can't stop the toboggans and everybody's going to just do their thing and they're too selfish or they're too self-obsessed or they're too distracted or they're too hard to talk to, and so there's no point. You're the one implying that you know for certain there's nothing to invest in here. Your yelling will be fail. And that may be true. So I can't argue that if that's your claim, that you have this more certain knowledge of the future than I do. So don't claim I'm the one with the certain knowledge of the future. I'll claim to be very desperate efforts saying even if there's the slimmest hope that me saying, fuck you, asshole, will do something, then I'll say, fuck you, asshole, because it doesn't take that much work. But doing nothing, pretending that it's not a crisis, potentially? No. So just admit that you don't know the future, and that the future may well require you to be a great future president of France. Maybe that would work. You don't know. But you're maybe for your own convenience saying, I'll pretend that's not possible. That's all I'm arguing. Isn't part of what we all do is we all say, I can't give 100% to the cause. Can't do it. I'd like to, but I just can't. It's just too hard. But let's not disguise that selfishness as, well, I'm smart enough to know it's all futile and I didn't play an important... I couldn't have fixed this DVD. If I read a different script, it wouldn't fix the DVD. It'd be the same DVD. You're saying you know that. I'm saying I don't know what script I'm supposed to fucking read. But I know I'm not supposed to be reading, I'm a happy camper. Yeah, I'm a happy camper. No, I know I'm not supposed to be reading that stupid script.
So I suppose I'll leave this video here to see what he says.
Hi. Nice seeing you. I miss you. I really do. Everybody is so tediously stupid. I mean, it's just so fucking... Everybody's so fucking dumb. Jeez.
I'm sure it'll be just lots of repeats of how he's got to tell the world how it's going to be, or it'll turn to shit.
No, there's nothing better to invest in. And again, you're the one saying, I know it's futile. So you are a fatalist, a futilist in the sense that you're saying, I can see the writing on the wall, and the writing on the wall is, go camping, mystic. It's no point. You can't lean any of them, you can't move any of them, you can't touch any of them, you can't do anything, so just give up. And that's kind of what you're screaming here, is that you know. So let's just be clear. All right, I'm not saying you're not allowed to say you know. I'm just saying, when you accuse me of being the controller of the universe, let's just understand, you're the predictor of the universe. You're the guy claiming you can predict your uselessness. I'm not so sure.
Because he knows that that's how it is, because he's seen the past and people have to do these things. And I'll always ask the same question. Is the future inevitable or not?
And again, what does that have to do with what the inevitable requires? What exactly the movie script is? Again, how do you know who dies and what character dies? Whether it's Old Yeller or the mother or the son, or anybody could die in the drama. You know, the outcome is not. We just don't have enough of these details to sit there to afford to invest in some specific known, we're definitely going to do this and we're definitely going to do that. If it was that specific, then we could apply a more articulate strategy. All we have is the blanket strategy of, I know what's happening is wrong, and I know happy camper isn't the solution to the wrong.
And then he'll have a go at me and other idiots for telling people that they don't have to do things and everything will turn out fine. And you really have to get off your couch and do things if you want things to be done.
Again, and what is wrong with that statement? I mean, if we're going the wrong way and you can see it, you've got to know that it doesn't go the right way for no reason. There has to be a cause that affects. And if nothing else looks like it's going to be the cause, maybe you have to look at yourself and say, maybe I'm not a cause. Maybe I'm the effect that converts into a cause and makes an effect. If there's nothing else available, there's nobody else to wade into the quicksand. You look around, there's nobody else to, no one else is going to do it. It's on you.
Is the future inevitable or not?
Yes, it's inevitable. The question is your prediction that you're a futile, useless cog correct? Or is my prediction that you might be essential correct? Or not? Yeah, I depressed him. So anyway, sorry. Yeah, me and the mystic agree about a lot more than we disagree about. But that's the trick of when you do have a lot of articulate agreement of certain arrangement, is that the little flaws become so much bigger. So it's almost like the Lamborghini argument. You get the perfect car. Like you have a regular car, you worry about having a flat tire, or you worry about some big defect. But you get the perfect car, and then you start seeing micro scratches. There's micro scratches on my headlights. I can get new headlights because there's micro scratches. So you start seeing the little tiny defects. So it is kind of funny. But again, I'm not saying that this glib thing he has, that's not a little defect. Big one. Anyway, that way I enjoyed it. So thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Really. I needed that.